I would just like to start off this video by saying that I'm basically going to be coming out with a guide every single day on all the decks that I've played so far, and there are about 16 decks that I've played 10 to 20 games, if not more, of each. So, I don't know, I feel like these are just going to be some pretty good guides that you guys can all check out when you want. There will be links in the description for the specific guide for the deck, and the most recent one as of the making of the video in the description below. And also, feel free to check out my Twitch, which is also in the description below. See ya. Don't mind me just playing a little bit of Mech Deathrattle Hunter, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I'm playing against a rogue, so this one, he's going to try to rush me down. I'm going to want to have some fairly decent early-ish removal to deal with him, but I also need to make sure I don't magnetize too much stuff so I can play around sap, and that's basically how I win this matchup. This opening hand is not great. Venomizer gets backstabbed. I don't necessarily like having him in my hand. Having the fireworks tech was actually not that bad. I don't think I should have gotten rid of the first one, but the fact of the matter right now is I don't really have that much early game. So I'm going to hope that he doesn't combo off and get lackeys and stuff, and if I don't play a minion and he can't backstab anything, I think that's actually quite good for me. So we're just going to hero power pass. It's just going to be a normal snip snap next turn. Hope he doesn't do anything. Hope he plays something for without a combo. Or, if he doesn't play anything this turn, that means he only has combo cards in hand, or he plays Blink Fox. Those are really his options. Like I said, boom, there is the card that he plays without the Snip Snap option. I mean, not the Snip Snap, without the combo option. Now, I'm going to Crossroads here, because I want to play Galvanizer. The next turn, Snip Snap, Coin, Snip Snap. And then that's about it. But go wide, because rogues have a much harder time dealing with wide boards than not wide boards. Vertical boards, I mean. He could have backstab into Evil Miscreant. That would be probably the worst thing. Or Shadow Step? Shadow Step into Kill It? Really? Okay, so he actually doesn't have that much options. This is actually really good for me, I guess. That's actually... Oh, okay, so he did end up having an Evil Miscreant too. That's a little bit worse, but still fine. I'm gonna play this, coin out another one. And ideally, one of them lives, and I can either Fireworks Technician, or if it doesn't, we just play like Oblivitron or something, and we end up being at least okay. Might not want to play Oblivitron, because I want to play the Missile Launcher. I really, really want to. I feel like playing the Missile Launcher would be absolutely phenomenal for me. And that's the basic goal here. To play the Missile Launcher with the Venomizer combo to wipe his board of hopefully a ton of pogos. And so we play Fireworks Tech to control the board up until that point. Now that he's killed off one though, we can 9 lives get a Snip Snap back and try to snowball quickly rather than get a ton of like giant minions out. Or alternatively, we could also just like play Mechanical Whelp and be fine. Okay, well hopefully he actually ends up going wide here. If he goes wide, that's not actually bad for me at all. I'll probably try to play a Mechanical Whelp, get a 7/7 out. That's not bad for me at all. And then pass. And if he saps my Mechanical Whelp, I don't really care all that much. Like, it's disappointing for sure. Would I not want him to return to his hand? Actually, he doesn't really have any more return to his hand, but I don't want to return his cycle because I don't want him to actually get to his options. Anyway, if he saps my 2/2, I don't really mind that much because I can either A, just play it again next turn, or B, have an alternative play. Hello, happy Midsummer. Midsummer to you too. Did that actually go through? What the heck? Oh. It didn't. What? Happy Midsummer to you too. I don't know why that didn't send. Oh, he went offline like immediately after. Okay. That's fine. It's a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like if we play the Necromechanic, trade into... Okay. Got one to concede a few minutes ago. That's actually pretty nice. Getting someone to concede is always... pretty much always, welcomed. So, trade in with the 2/2. Or alternatively, because I don't want to play these two, right? Yet. I don't want him to sap my 7/7. But if he does, it's not that big of a deal, and I get to deal with Ziliax. So, if this dies first, right? Then that means the 9 lives can actually proc on it. Then we play this to deal with his option. I know that he's going to sap this. This is a guarantee. But it wipes his board. Next turn, that means he only really has a 5 mana play because he has to use 2 mana to sap that back to my hand. And then I can Necromechanic and 9 lives next turn and get 2 7/7s out anyway. And then get another Mechanical Whelp up into my hand, which I can then use Fireworks Technician on turn 8, so it's okay. There's the sap again. Like I said, I wasn't really nervous about that. I already had ways of playing around that. And at this point, I really want Ziliax or Zul'jin soon, so I can not be scared of dying to something like a Leroy. And he's got 2 cards that he's held in his hand since this first turn, so I think it's safe to say that one of them might be a Leroy. Go with Mechanical Whelp, get 2 7/7s because that activates again, and yeah, now we're on a roll, actually. Now, depending on what he plays, I could either A, destroy something, or B, get another 7/7 out. And as long as I don't literally get bursted over the course of the next, like, 2 turns, I should be fine. He's going for Cycle now, which is fine by me. That means he kind of doesn't really have that many options. But he is going to go face. How much damage can he do if he does have Leroy? Leroy is 6, 4, 16. Okay, so he's gearing up for game. I need Ziliax or Zul'jin. Here I lose. Okay, well that's probably game. I'm not going to lie. As much as I hate to admit it, I think that this is game. I really do. That plus Leroy plus Dagger kills me. He's had a card in his hand since turn 0. That's well played. There's nothing I can really do about it. I didn't get a Ziliax or Zul'jin. I wouldn't have even been able to play Zul'jin. This deck needs a little more survivability, I think, because it can sure combo off, but it can also just get, like, blown out of the water. So anyway, we're going to play Mechanical Whelp, activate them, double trade in. This sets up lethal for next turn. We'll trade this in, and go face. But obviously, I probably lost the game. All he needs is Leroy. I'm going to assume he has it. Actually, no, he can't also Dagger. And he top-decked it, actually. Which is really disappointing. He literally top-decked game off of that. That's disappointing. What did he have in his hand? Oh, and a Life Drinker? That would have been... No, yeah, the Life Drinker would not have been enough. The Life Drinker would have only been 10 damage, and I was at 11. I literally would not have lost the game. Unless he had top deck Leroy, which he did. I think I played that game pretty well. I don't think I really made any major mistakes. I think that I played tempo correctly. I knew exactly what he was going to play and win and why. But despite reading every single play, I still end up losing. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just lose the game. But anyway, moving on to the next one. I'm actually moderately disappointed that the lethal was top deck. Like, if he had it in his hand, I was like, okay. He did all that damage to set up for lethal with Leroy. Actually, this is a pretty good thing to keep if I have Houndmaster Shaw, because I can rush in and makes a 7/7. But he's too expensive. I'll hope to draw one later, but honestly, if I draw something different, it's not that bad at all. But yeah, having it be a top deck means that it was purely a luck play. Which, whew, don't like that at all. But yeah, the success of this deck relies a lot around getting the Ziliax into a fairly aggro matchup. But also, you don't want them, you don't necessarily want the Ziliax every time because you don't want to lose control of the board. I don't want to use the Venomizer now. Pass. He's going to play an Ursatron because that's a 3-mana card that's made 2 mana. And he's going to gain as much tempo as he possibly can from that. And there's really nothing I can do. Really? He's not? Then in his hand has to be the Venomizer and Missile Launcher combo. which he prioritized. I really don't... That was a misplay on his part. There is no reason to coin out the Galvanizer if you have no follow-up play. Maybe he does. Maybe he just hasn't played it yet. But if he doesn't have a follow-up play, literally just wait the extra turn. That means you have one extra mech you can reduce the cost of. If he ends his turn here, he's bad. Okay, thank goodness he did. But actually, oof, that's not fun for me at all. This draws me a card. Hopefully he trades in. If he doesn't, we can Venomizer and trade in myself. It's fine. But oh my goodness. There's going to be a replicating menace, and that's just going to be a whole thing. I should have played the Venomizer. Put that on the board so that way he would have had to trade into something. It's actually not bad for me though. Play replicating menace this turn. Puts a couple minions on the board. Okay, that's fine. That's it. Again, a decent amount of damage is being displayed here. That's something I don't really care about. So, in theory, in my head, what he's going to do is he's going to ignore the 3-1 and go face, unless he had Ziliax in his hand, in which case, okay, he doesn't. He's going to go face. I'm going to play Houndmaster Shaw and fully clear the board and leave myself with a 3-6. Alright, we're going to play Houndmaster Shaw. I'm going to trade this in. He's going to get the 1-1s. I'm going to trade all of these in. And then I'm going to take control of the board this way. These all get rushed. We trade all of these in. And we pass. I'm left with a 3-6. I'm able to control the board. And if he plays something big, I can rush a Venomizer into it. I'm assuming he doesn't have any way of killing this 3-6 as of now. He's already used one of his Venomizers, so Venomizer and Missile Launcher is less likely. That's worth it, in my opinion, to rush a Venomizer into. I might want to Galvanizer first here. I do want to play... I do want to play the Venomizer instead here. I don't want to magnetic it to anything. I just want to rush this into this. Bam. Shoot. Hit him for 3-6. We still have one in hand for a Missile Launcher Venomizer. If I didn't have a second one, I'd be even more reluctant to play it. But I do know that my prioritization of Venomizer is probably one of my biggest misplays. I hold it way too long, way too often to get a good Missile Launcher combo play off. And sometimes it's literally just more efficient to just play it. So... 1, 2... Okay, so I can kill this off. Play Spider Bomb, Fireworks Technician it. I don't do any damage this way. Which actually is kind of bad. But okay, if I leave a Spider Bomb on the board, it's actually not bad, because if he does do the Missile Launcher Venomizer combo, I will have a Spider Bomb on board. Which is pretty good for me. So we'll do this, it'll kill his 5-5, we'll shoot him, and we'll pass. Like I said, if he Venomizer and Missile Launchers, it kills off the Spider Bomb, which then kills off his Venomizer, Missile Launcher, and we're left on a fairly even playing field. And yeah, at this point I'm really just hoping to draw like a 9 lives to get a spell or something here. That's fine. We can rush into that. So we play Mechanical Whelp, we trade this into that. We trade this 7 into one of those. We ram it. We ram it. We hope this isn't enough to kill me. If he plays Missile Launcher Venomizer again, I'm fine. I didn't have lethal there. I could have done at most 7 more damage. He's at 12, so there's nothing I could do on that front. Pretty sure he can't burst me. I'm racking through my brain on all the things he could do. Leroy, Hero Power, Bomb Toss, which he doesn't even have mana for. Oh! Okay, so he hits Houndmaster Shaw with... Oh, he can't even hit Houndmaster Shaw. He can't even kill it off. That's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer. A bummer strummer. Okay, how much damage can I do here, realistically? If I put this on Spider Bomb, and then put this on the Spider Bomb, that can kill it off. He gains no life. I do 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage to him. That does lower him quite a bit. So let's go with that play. This is enough damage. He doesn't gain any life. I gain 8. I get out of his aggro range. I don't quite kill him. If I do my math right, he's at like 1 or 2. Which is fine. He's at 1, yeah. And I win. I really like this deck. I've played this deck quite a bit. I think I play it pretty well. That last game I literally lost to a top deck, and this game I won just because of controlled play. And I knew exactly what he was going to play, when he was going to play it for the most part. I didn't really even need the Zilliax there. Zilliax was probably the, like, icing on the cake, the thing that made him realize he had lost the game because he couldn't bring it back. But even despite that, like, I probably still would have won with it, because I would have just used my Spider Bomb, hit it into his thing. The Zilliax in my hand would have been something different that I could have played at some other point, but that's a what-if statement, so let's take that out of there. Spider Bomb didn't do it, he would have gained a little bit more, would have had a 7-7, rammed in, 2-1, 1-1, had a rush minion there. Yeah, it would have been fine, I think. I think I still would have been fine. Missile Launcher with Venomizer still would have been a scary thing, but he had already played a Venomizer. He was holding 2 cards. Now that I look at it, he was holding 2 cards since turn 1. Which could have been Missile Launcher, Venomizer, which is what he wanted to reduce the cost of right away. But then again, we'll never know. Point is, I won. I had the Zilliax. I played very controlled. I think I did that pretty well. And even the game I lost, I think I played pretty well. But if I made any misplays, feel free to put that in the comments. I love to discuss these things with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya.